All right, shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all glory and praise and fear to the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. I also want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Green Millstone who do well. So we're back at it again today with my video, and I was at work and I typed in. Let me go back. I typed in Babylon the Great, and somehow, someway, I ended up on this website, and it led me to Revelation 14:8 summary. Okay, what these scholars believe what Revelation 14:8 means, which Revelation 14:8, I'll read it from the KJV. It says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Now, what is it talking about? It's talking about America's philosophy, because Babylon the Great is America. Okay, when John was receiving the vision on the island of Patmos, okay, for these prophecies, okay, in the book of Revelation, okay, he didn't know he was talking about America. Okay, it wasn't very privy in his mind. He's in damn. I think they're gonna name that land after America Vespucci. No, that'll be too obvious. Okay, that's not the way how the Lord works. Okay, but if you read Revelations, okay, you basically come to the conclusion, okay, that America is Babylon the Great. Okay, the whore that ride upon the scarlet-colored beast. All right. Now, there's other ways to prove it. Okay, for instance, if you go to Revelations 11th chapter. Well, what is John seeing? John's seeing our dead bodies lying in the great street, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, are also our Lord is crucified. And if you go down to Revelations 11 and 12, it talks about what us being delivered, okay, after we stood upon our feet in this land. Now, if you go to the book of Revelations, the 17th chapter, okay, it tells you, okay, that Babylon the Great would ride upon the beast. If you go to Revelations, the 14th chapter, okay, it goes into what that judgment taking place as the nukes are falling, and what as the nukes are falling. Okay, basically, all right, those who are sealed would be delivered. Those who didn't drink, okay, of Babylon's wine. Okay, now if you go to Joel the 3rd chapter, and hopefully these precepts are lining up perfectly for you, Akim, you know. And so I just made this video, but I didn't like the way it had turned out, so I'm redoing it. Joel 3 verse 19. So Joel 3 verse 19. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. Now, Joel the 3rd chapter, it goes into what World War III. Okay, and also what the establishment of the kingdom of Yasharallah, the kingdom of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Okay, you know, and as that is being said, it goes into what Egypt should be a desolation, as I just read Revelation 11 chapter, starting on the 8th verse. Okay, it goes into what spiritual Sodom in Egypt. Okay, and who rules that spiritual Sodom in Egypt, aka Babylon the Great? And Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. Edom, Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? For violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. Exactly. And Judah and Israel were oppressed together. So thus, that being said, okay, you can find both of them in Babylon the Great. Now, you know, there's other ways you can identify, you know, Babylon being America. Okay. You know, if you can understand what's going on right now on the earth and who rules it, well, then there has to be a mighty stronghold that's holding up this beast, okay, and that's using the beast, which would have to be America. And what is the beast? Okay, the beast is the Roman Empire, but the image of the beast is what's standing right now, which should be what the revised Roman Empire, which should be the last and final beast or kingdom before the Lord gets back. So this is the book of Revelation 17, verse 1, and that's all going to come to, you know, a 180, you know. It's all gonna make sense at the end. Just give me a second. It says Revelation 17 verse 1. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and he talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither. Okay, so come see. I will show thee the judgment of the great whore, that sitteth upon many waters. Now, that great horse talking about America and the many waters is talking about many people, because America is basically a melting pot. Okay, basically it is a melting pot. Okay, you literally have something known right now as the World Cup in America. I mean, how much more obvious does it fucking get? I don't even have to kind of break that one down. I mean, you can read Revelation 17 verse 15 as well. It says, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. So those waters talking about what people. Once again, America is the melting pot. You see, it's casted its net out and it's caught all sorts of nations. Okay, every single biblical nation is over here. Okay, living it up. Okay, and this is why it's gonna fall rapidly. And you can see how even this Babylon today is equivalent, not equivalent, but it's basically the same shit was going on in that Babylon back then. Because what was taking place, what philosophy or wine was taking place in the ancient Babylon? Salaki, I'm trying to light this Palo Santo. Well, they were all trying to basically build up to the heavens. And the same thing is going on now. And that is part of what Revelations 14 and 8 is talking about, which is what? And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, the great city, because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Right? And what is Babylon about to push? Okay. That sea hit, man. All right. You know, that sea hit, man. All right. The chip. So continue on going, Revelation 17, verse 2. Right, because the scriptures talk about those who worship the beast and his image, but there's going to be a certain nation that's actually going to push the chip heavy, man, okay, upon these heathen nations, okay, that are over here as well. But America is going to take after China. The chip is already in China, I believe, man. You know, it's not the brain chip, maybe no, but that small grain of rice, that's definitely over there, man. You know, China's 10 times more. Even probably Japan as well. It's 10 times more electronical technology savvy than America. I'll say it like that. So continue on going. Okay. It says, Revelation 17 verse 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication. See. And America's be the main one on top of that whore. Okay. Pushing this mark. Okay, which also goes into what her philosophies, but also, okay, it's going to end up backfiring on Babylon the Great. And you can see that even happening now. Okay, tonight you have Trump talking about, Congress said that they have, Trump's basically saying that he's about to declare war on Iran. All right, he's gonna make an announcement Thursday, which everyone in their mama, if you're not living under a rock, should know. Probably Thursday, that's when he's going to announce that war. And that ultimately means what? A draft. All right, now you Akim who are younger, probably this nigga might raise the draft age. I just got over the draft age last year, right? This year I turned 28. Last year was 27. You know, the last year they can draft you when you're 26. So 18 to 26, you younger Akim, you shouldn't have any fear. You know, the Lord's going to protect you, man. You know, I had that, speak for myself for someone, I had that fear from the age of, since I got into the truth till, well, I turned past 26. But this nigga might raise the draft age, man. He's just signing niggas up for the meat grinder at this point. You know, you gotta be one dumb motherfucker to go over there and fight for this cracker. But anywho, continue on going. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have made drunken with the wine of her fornication. And what's going to be part of that wine of fornication? Okay, everyone bound in need of Satan. Okay, why? Because Esau's a Satanist, man. He's not a regal and royal people, and that's why there's so much fucking death and destruction going on in the earth as we speak. Okay, that's why the scripture going to Isaiah 26 verse 10. Let favor be shown unto the wicked. Okay, the Lord showed this goddamn crack of favor, but he has completely ruled the earth in unrighteousness. Okay, and this is why the earth is dying. This is why he's setting up fucking data centers. This is why, there's smog in the air and so on and so forth. Because that's all part of his wine. You see, Esau's wine is death. And this is why those who drink of it are going to die as well. Because he's the harbinger of death. He brings death wherever he's at. There's no, Esau's right. There's not one righteous Edomite, man. Okay? You know? Esau's wine is fucking death. This is why he has to be put away and just put under control for that 1,000 years, then burnt up, because there's no helping this goddamn devil, man. There's no helping him, man. He's going to continuously keep on pushing this wine until he completely destroys the earth. But the Lord has different plans. Okay, leave it up to Esau. He would try to go out and try to build a pseudo earth. You know, which he's trying to do. It's gonna be to the point where he's gonna have, okay, if Esau had it his way, okay, he's gonna have a mating, okay, centers where the baby's born, it's already connected to the fucking AI, and your consciousness is living, okay, on some pseudo fucking earth, like the damn Matrix. That's what he wants, and he's showing you these things in his shows, but the Lord's not gonna do that, okay. Anywho, Jeremiah 17 verse 3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon the scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 10 heads and 7 horns. Okay, now the 7 heads are 7 kingdoms, right? It tells you that in Revelation 17 verse 10, and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, 1 is, and the other is yet come. And when it come, it must continue for a short space, right? So the 7 kings, okay, or 7 kingdoms are Germania Major, Germania Minor, Italy, Greece, France, Spain, and Britain. Wow, that's so heavy. Scriptures are crazy, man. And you can literally link it straight to America through Revelation 17 chapter. But anywho, because the 8th and the beast that was and was not even the 8th is of the 7th and goes into perdition. Yeah, because it goes Great Britain and then America, because the 8th is America. Anywho, it says, if you go to Revelations 17 verse 11, but that's another video for another day. You know, I'll let the elder break that down. Anywho, to continue on going, okay, so we established that the 7 heads are 7 kings and the 10 horns as well, right? Which you can go to Daniel's Revelation 13 chapter, okay, but as well as Daniel's, it goes into the 10 toes, right? Same thing, same exact thing, right? The 7 heads, once again, is Germania Major, Germania Minor, Italy, Greece, France, Spain, Britain, and 10 horns is the EEC, which turned to the EU, which is 10 toes in Daniel's 2nd chapter, which is Belgium, Denmark, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Greece, Spain, Portugal, England, Ireland, and West Germany, right? Those are the 10 horns, okay? So I have it just written down on my notes for these videos, but let me see if I can, yeah, well, looks like that's another breakdown I got to go into again. And this new sword is Revelation 17 chapter. I haven't done it yet, so got to hit it again. Anyways, so continue on going. It's lucky. I know this video's kind of all over the place, but it's gonna all fall into place. So it says, "Is there?" And there followed another angel, Revelation 14 verse 8. And there followed another angel saying, "Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication." Okay. So continue on going. Okay, that wine is representing of its philosophies, Babylon's philosophies. Okay, homosexuality. Okay, let's see, voting. Okay, that's a big one of Esau's laws. Go, Esau tells people that they're fucking free. Okay, that's all part of Esau's philosophies, man, or his wine. Okay, everyone's equal, everyone's free, women's rights. Okay, you can be a fucking, do what you want to do. You don't got no gender. There's no gender laws. No, Satanism. Okay, or the theory of evolution. That's all part of Esau's wine, and he spreads it in his schools. Okay, this potato onto is burning so fucking uneven. It's kind of crazy. Anyways, he spreads it in his schools, and he actually makes it something that you learn. You know, you went to school and you learned the theory of evolution. That's part of Esau's philosophies, and this is why he has to be judged. Okay, this is why he has to be judged. 4, and the woman was arrayed, Revelation 17 verse 4, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. This is what the allure of Babylon, and what bring people's in, man. That's what bring people's in, man. Okay, and purple is also regarding of what royalty, but also scarlet is representing what? This is the book of Isaiah 2. So I'm gonna find it. Slocky, give me a second. Though your sins be as... Oh, there we go. Isaiah 1 verse 18. Come now and let us reason together, saith the Lord Yahawashi. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Yeah, so scarlet also represent what? A sin. Okay. Color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. This is a book that Revelation 18 verse 19. Okay. And they casted dust upon their heads and cried and weeping and wailing, saying, At last, that great city wherein she made rich all that had ships in the earth by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour she made desolate. Now, the reason I read that is because the sailors, they're crying, or the rich men, okay, and the sailors are crying because they understand that they're losing money due to what Esau's allure, or his appeal. Because another reason why Esau crowds people's mind with philosophy is because they're so obsessed with money. They think that the United States dollar is the last thing standing. Or they know that what, especially these heathens, they come over here and they know they can make an easy buck off of who? You Israelites that are living in that dead fucking estate. Referring back to Revelation, the 11th chapter, 8th verse. So yes, Esau's wine is his philosophies. You know, I'm not going to exaggerate on too much, because if you can't see it, then, you know, that's on you. But, you know, you can see how the Lord compared to that and why the Lord compared to that, because also wine makes you very, very sleepy. It'll put you to sleep. Okay, it makes you intoxicated, meaning what? To the point where you can't even think right if you are too damn drunk off of wine. Okay, you know, the wine can put spirits on you if you're not careful. You know, that's how Esau's system is. Esau's system is nothing more than what? A giant satanic temple, okay, and he's just giving out wine, okay, outside of it, okay, and those who are willing to bow their knee to the image of the beast. So I'm going to go back into that Revelations 14 verse 8, now that we established that, and continue on going. Revelations 14 verse 8, and there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, thy great city, because she made all nations drink with the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Okay, and what is that talking about? Revelation 14 verse 8. I said I already read it. America is falling. It's fallen. Okay, that great city, America, aka Babylon the Great, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Right? Every nation drunk of the wine of philosophies in America. Once again, I said it earlier. All right, the World Cup is literally in America. The World Cup. All nations are drinking of the wine. And the third angel followed with a loud voice, saying, If any man worship the beast, once again, the beast is what? NATO in the EU. Okay, see, the beast is NATO and the EU. Okay, which the actual beast would be the Roman Empire, but you see the modern day beast that's alive here upon the earth. Okay, that's not alive, but you see what I'm saying. It's ruling here upon the earth. This last kingdom is what? NATO and the EU. Okay, it's all part of Esau's basically conglomerate. His how he conducts himself through his government. Okay, or his oligarch that he has at the top. Okay, it's mostly controlled through what? Of course, the elites, but NATO and the EU, spearheaded by what? Babylon the Great, that rides upon NATO and the EU. Okay, and NATO and the EU basically breastfeed Babylon the Great. This is why these nations that are in NATO and the EU are gonna basically have hatred towards Babylon and burn her with fire. Okay, burn the whore Babylon, aka America, with fire, which have fires with the thermonuclear missiles. Okay, which is all playing part right now. And I'm going to show you how. If any man worship the beast, okay, and his image, what is his image? Okay, the image is once again the revised Roman Empire. Okay, and the beast is Rome, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. Okay, So what is a mark? The mark is the RFID micro C-hip, which is the MOT to the B, man. Okay. The RFID NFC chip, the brain chip, the Neuralink, okay, the Neo, okay, whatever, of your choice. If you take that mark, aka the C-hip, okay, and your ass is gonna get burnt, okay, by what thermonuclear missiles? In your forehead or in your hand, okay, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, Yahawah, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone. Okay, now, what is that fire and brimstone talking about, man? Okay, in the presence of holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. Alright? Talking about the nuclear destruction, man. If you take that mark, you're going to drink of the wine of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Okay? And not the good wine. Okay? That Yahawashi brought out. Okay, and the king said, man, not the king, but the man the legend said, what is that? It's like John, like 2, maybe 3. It might be John 3. Is it 4? No, it might be 2. I don't think it's John 2, though. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, John 2 and, it just says ruler. Oh, okay, so it was the governor. He says, when the ruler of the feast had tasted the water that was made wine, he knew not whence it was, but the servants which drew the water knew. The governor of the feast called the bridegroom, and saith unto him, every man at the beginning do set forth good wine, when the men have well drunk. Then that which is worse, but thou hast kept the good wine unto now. Right? So that's not the wine that's talking about in Revelation, the 14th, 10th chapter. That wine is going to be total destruction on the people, man. Okay, here in Babylon the Great, aka America, man. Okay, it's not going to be anything good that, the Lord's just, no. When the Lord fully burns this place, okay, and it says the presence of the angels, it says the angels will be present delivering the elect when America is destroyed. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they had no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whoso receive the mark of his name. Exactly. Okay, so if you take this, okay, because America's going to be up in smoke from age into age, okay, due to the nuclear missiles. But if you take this mark, man, you're going to be a part of that smoke, man. Okay. You take this, you worship the image of the beast, you worship Esau's society, you worship the way how he moves, and you follow and you drink his wine. Your ass is gonna get fucked up, man. That's wholeheartedly the truth. All right, the Lord's not gonna come back twice. It's either it's gonna be a one and done situation. The Lord's gonna totally knock out Babylon and Esau's rulership. Okay, everything is coming down. Okay, the walls of Jericho are coming down. The walls of Babylon are coming down. Okay, and it's going to be with great violence. Those missiles are going to shake the earth to and fro. All right, Isaiah 51 verse 7. Babylon had been the golden cup in the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Exactly. Therefore the nations are mad. Okay. So why are they mad? Because they've drunken of Esau's lies. Okay. Esau's lies. Okay. He's the most superior being. He's the Jew. Okay. You can only have the earth rulership through him. Those are all part of Esau's wine and his philosophy. So let's see where this thing goes, because I want to go through this and see what it says. This is from BibleRef.com. What does Revelations 14 verse 8 mean? Another angel appeared in John's vision and announced the fall of Babylon. The Bible depicts Babylon as the center of satanic activity from the days following Noah's flood until its fall at the end of the tribulation, which the Babylon is talking about, that this thing's talking about following the days of Noah, is talking about the Babylon that was ruled by Nimrod, Babal. Okay. which the word babal translated to Babylon just means what? A confusion with mixing, right? Babylon is notorious for its idolatry, blasphemy, and immortality. Immortality. Oh, sorry, immorality. The book, it's getting late, so I just got home from work. The book of Daniel reveals its idolatry in the case of Nebuchadnezzar's command to worship a giant image, which I think is going to happen again. You see, there's nothing on his son. See, so the same spirit that Babylon had back then, okay, during time of Ezekiel, a prophet, okay, as he was by what the rivers of Babylon by Kabar, I believe, by the rivers of Kabar, the division. And where is he at? He's a captive in Babylon, okay, so he was alive with Daniel, Jeremiah, and Obadiah, right? So anywho, ooh, Lord, I might have to read again. Ezekiel, that's a good book. The same image that was being put up during the time of Daniel's 3 is the same thing that's going to go on now, but this time it's going to be with what? The chip.